Hey, what's up? Welcome to Backyard Smoke. I'm your host, James Hogan, and today we'll be cooking honey bourbon ribs on the Weber Smokey Mountain. And guess what? We're going to hang them. That's right. I said we're going to hang some ribs on the Weber Smokey Mountain. I'm going to show you guys how we get it done. Let's have a good time. So come on out to the pit. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, Pit Masters? It's your boy James here, and we are out here setting up the Weber Smoky Mountain for these hanger rib cooks today. As you can see, we got the coals going. We're using the minion method, and we do have 2 chunks of cherry wood at the bottom, and we're just letting it come up to temp. We're using the Gateway Drums rib hanger on the Smoky Mountain today, and that's going to provide us the best way that I found to hang the ribs. First thing we're going to do today is remove the membrane off of these baby backs. Nothing special about these. This came from my local grocery store, so you can pick these up anywhere. I usually like to buy them at the butcher but it's 4th of July weekend, and I was kind of late picking up the ribs. So you gotta do what you gotta do. But these are actually really easy. So if you never remove the membrane, what you do here is need a butter knife and a paper towel. And what I like to do is go underneath the 3rd or the 4th bone and just start removing that silver skin. Sometimes it's going to be easy and sometimes it's going to be hard. As you can see, this one took a little bit of work, but once we got that skin lifted, it came off really smooth. Now you don't always have to do this, but I believe you get a lot more flavor once you remove that membrane, because that doesn't really break down that much, and your seasoning does not get onto your ribs with the membrane there. So as you can see here, the paper towel, it kind of helps it not slip through your fingers as much, and you can just go ahead and use that and pull it straight off. So we got about 5 slabs to do, so we're going to go ahead and get these done, and then we're going to go ahead and season these ribs up next. Alright, so the membrane is removed, the ribs are trimmed, we're ready to go. Today I'm using a binder of mustard. I just like something like mustard, give a more flavor at the bottom of the ribs. And we're just going to rub this in on the bone side and on the meat side. For the seasoning, we're going to be using twisted mesquite. You can find this at local Kroger's, on Amazon, on their website. I'll leave a link below. I like this one because it gives it a real nice color, and it has a really nice flavor that pairs well with pork. So what we're going to do, like I said, is go ahead and season that really nice. Don't be afraid. Put little or how much. I prefer a lot on there, just because we're going to be hanging these ribs. The juices are going to be dripping. Some of the seasoning may fall off. So always just season your ribs and get that flavor in there. It's not a salty rub. It's just a really good savory taste that I really, really enjoy. Feel free to give it a try. I know the brand has some other stuff as well, but this one I just found recently and kind of fell in love with it. So we're going to go ahead and just slather up these ribs and get them ready to go on the hooks next. So once our ribs are all seasoned, what we're going to do is start inserting our hooks. I like to go on the third bone, as it gives me a lot more security and a lot more room for the rib to do what it has to do without the risk of it falling off into my coals. Last thing I want to do is open up my lid and I look and I'm missing a slab. Alright, so we put the ribs into the Smoky Mountain. We're running a temp of 300 degrees. I'm going to show you guys kind of how it looks from the inside. As you can see, the ribs are hanging about 4 inches above the coals. The fat's dripping onto the coals, producing a nice steam and flavor that's come rising and has just surrounding those ribs. Here we're about 1.5 hours in, and I'm going to do my first spritz. I'm just using a mixture of 50-50, 1 cup apple cider vinegar and 1 cup apple juice. This feels really good. A little bit of sugar in there, a little bit of caramelization. Overall, I'm very happy with these are going, and I think they're going to be ready to wrap here pretty soon once they start getting the color that I like. Alright, so we have come to the wrap. The color of the ribs is exactly where I like it. So I'm going to show you guys the process I'm using for these ribs. All we use is 3 ingredients: light brown sugar, Lowry's honey bourbon marinade, and butter. We're just using regular sticks of unsalted butter, just diced up into even pieces. So the reason we're doing this is to add more flavor and some moisture to the ribs. If you don't like the caramelization or any more sweetness to it, don't add the brown sugar, but definitely give this a try for the flavor that the butter and the honey bourbon marinade provides. I do mine by just laying a nice little bed there, as you just seen, letting the meat slide down, and then I do the back end. Once I do that, I just wrap it up again, and I'll put these into my horizontal rib racks. And I'll show you guys how we set that up. The horizontal rib wrap is excellent because it still provides plenty of room for the ribs to breathe, and the smoke can kind of accumulate in between them. And this is much better than anybody just stacking them on top of each other, and they do not have an even cook when you do that. The horizontal rib rack, however, does provide an even cooking for all 5 slabs of ribs. So we'll go ahead and get into that real quick. Let me go ahead and finish wrapping these ribs up. So all of our ribs are racked, and now we're just going to lay them into this horizontal rib rack. As you can see, they fit in really nice and easy, and we can fit up to 5 slabs on here. And like I said, what's going to happen is, since they're not laying on top of each other, they're going to get a nice even cook, and the smoke is still going to be able to surround them. So it's been 3.5 hours, and these ribs are done. I probed them, and they are hitting at about 199, between 199 and 203, depending on the size of the slab. As you can see, the stickiness I was telling you about, that's going to be from the brown sugar. I did let these rest a few minutes, and they are still steaming hot. But what we're going to do is get these out of the butcher paper, and then just let them rest a little bit more so that they can kind of just build a nice crust without that moisture. And these are going to be good, kind of sticky, just a little bit, but not too much. So Like I said, if you don't like the stickiness, don't use the brown sugar, but definitely give these a try. Here's another slab here. This one wasn't as sticky, but it did cool off a lot better. As you can see, here's another slab. These are beautiful. They came out wonderful. They were tasty. I couldn't ask for much more. But hey guys, if you got this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Please smash that subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos like this. And also just leave me a comment if you tried this or not. Other than that, I say thank you guys and enjoy your meal.